Hi everyone, welcome to Sue's Day. I'm Sue Ann Jafarian, the fat woman driving the novel RV. I'm coming to you today on a beautiful spring day in Massachusetts. Today I want to talk to you about muses, or actually I want to bitch about creative muses, or the lack thereof. As most of you know, I'm a nomadic writer. I was an established novelist long before I took to the road to live full-time in a van. I've been both published traditionally and as an independent, and now I also write nonfiction. But okay, so here's the deal with my muse. He, she, or they suck, providing I have one at all. When I first began writing, Selma Diamond, the late comedian and actress, was my muse. Google her if you don't know who she is. When I sat down at my computer, I heard her gravelly 100-pack-a-day smoking voice guiding me and urging me on in my work. Really, I heard her voice in my head, and it was quite an inspiration. She was a very funny woman, and I tend to write funny books. I even kept a copy of her autobiography on a shelf above my computer, and she would look down on me, not down on, she would look down in guidance on me, that's better, as I worked. I had to buy the book used because by this time, Selma had been dead more than a dozen years. I didn't choose Selma as my muse. I knew who she was. I had seen her on TV. I knew her work. But I think more she chose me, because it really was one day I was working at the computer on a book and I was kind of stuck. You know how writers get. We get bogged down. I don't want to call it writer's block. It's more like writer's swamp. And I was bogged down, and I heard her very distinct, gravelly voice encouraging me and telling me to push forward and push through it. I kept hearing that voice over and over in the years that followed, and I embraced her encouragement. This relationship of author and muse with Selma Diamond went on for years. So now I live in a van, and Selma isn't with me. I think she took a hike, or maybe I left her, when I moved out of my apartment into the van and took to the road. I often wondered if she haunted my apartment, and maybe she did. I always thought my apartment was a little bit haunted. But let's just say that once I left my apartment in Los Angeles, Selma and I parted ways. So now I've been out here 4 years doing my thing, and I miss Selma. I miss her terribly. And whatever muses strike me off and on now are just simply not doing the job. Without Selma, I have still been doing a lot of writing. As I posted in an earlier video, I write every day, almost every day anyway. And I have many projects going on. In the first year I was on the road, I released Finding Zelda, a novel. The second year I was on the road, I started my Dead Woman Driving serial novel. I write for Winnebago Life, their blog, Winnebago Life, from time to time. And I even keep a daily journal on Patreon. So I'm still writing, but something's missing. Currently I have four or five current fiction projects going. But in the past year, I haven't finished any of them, and that is disturbing me, puzzling me, annoying me. I keep telling myself to focus, just focus on one and get it done. I've tried that, and I get stuck after a couple of chapters. And so then I'll make a little progress, but then I'll focus on something else and I'll make a little progress. And then it doesn't matter how many I work on, how much progress I make, I eventually bog down in a swamp of my own creativity. I need another muse. I need another muse like Selma, who will kick my ass and tell me to get moving. But the muses that are visiting me these days tend to be screwing with me. They encourage me for a while and then they disappear. I have half a belief that somewhere there is a Muse bar and grill and they're all sitting around having a drink and flipping a coin to see who's going to mess with me next. You know, it's enough to make you mad. It's enough to make you crazy. It's enough to make, I should say, me mad and crazy. It's enough to make a nomadic writer cry or turn to cookies. But I sure wish I could latch on to a muse as dependable and as encouraging as Selma Diamond again. So, if you see a sign out there that says "Help Wanted," writing muse must be flexible and stable and funny. No assholes need apply. Chances are I posted that. Anyway, this is the museless Sue-Ann Jafarian, the fat woman driving the novel RV, saying thank you for joining me today on Sue's Day, and I hope you return next Tuesday and subscribe to this YouTube channel.